All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. So, Shabbat is real soon, so it's going to be a real short walk. Just want to get out, get some air. It's getting cold anyway. I missed my walk today. So, again, we got a lot of friction. And when you say homeless people are violent drug addicts, that doesn't help with the friction, number one. Number two, I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think Donald Trump considers that to be his focus. I think he wants to fix the problem, and if it can be fixed quietly and well as they're moving along at a certain pace in LA, then being Los Angeles, I'm sure that's what he would want. Like Elon's still in that campaign mode. And that generally is just going to cause friction. Also, what I'm receiving is psychically is there's files about Elon. And if somebody comes along with the right amount of money, they get the files. And if he keeps going, somebody's going to put up that amount of money. It's a large amount of money. And they said some of the information may have been leaked from the FBI. That's just what I'm hearing psychically, so it might be real, it might be false, or something in between. Again, that's what friction does. Also, it was on the Drudge Report. I don't know what was in the news article. It may have been Drudge's way of saying it. I didn't actually click on the article, but it says Bezos is the next one to kiss the ring. Now, you have to understand that's a psyop to alienate Bezos and Trump, or actually Trump to suck it up and and for Bezos to be alienated. So again, Drudge may get paid to do that. I don't know, or it may have been what the news article said, and they may have get paid to say that because they're trying to polarize and radicalize the entire nation. So again, reducing the friction is preferential. It was really bizarre. I stopped drinking coffee and then I got like a surge of energy. I know it does drop your blood pressure a little bit, but it can mess up the adrenals. Well, it's I don't need like what is it Adderall some people use to fall asleep. Well, if they don't, like if I don't drink coffee during the day because I've drank it for so long, I'm not as active and I'm not as tired at night. So it's just bizarre. I'm not drinking any coffee at this point, which would actually slow down my digestion. Right. So don't say it's because you're not drinking coffee. Right. This coffee is a semi-laxative, a light laxative. Yeah, but the sun was out all day. I couldn't get out of here for nothing. And I had a fight to get out of right now. Their curses were pretty tight. I couldn't break the curse on my headphone amplifier though. It's not working. Light comes on, but no sound comes out the other side. And I know the sound is working. So let me see. Right. So the whole time during the Biden administration, well, not the whole time. I'd say once we got to a certain point, calling them price gougers, they said, I told them it was extortion in the mind, but they said, kind of corporate leaders, I guess, they said if they drop the corporate interest rate, we'll drop the prices. I said it's extortion. But that's what they said. We'll see. Now, they're dropping the corporate interest rate for U.S. businesses, so I don't know. It's only like a partial. What that should do is that they should be able to compete at that point. Correct. They shouldn't have to charge exuberant prices. It's nice and chilly out here. No, I eat a lot of fiber all the time. It just wasn't working. And then, I heal it a little bit more and boom. And the whistleblower, the blowing whistleblower may have been doing that anti-medical treatment thing. They've been doing that to me for decades. Started with dentistry. Right. I mean, it's real. It isn't like they're not there. They're not paying people. Well, I know they inject me with something that screwed me up. Again, if you take there's two components: epinephrine, and then there's like a Novocaine or something. If you change that, if you up the epinephrine and drop the Novocaine or whatever Lanacaine, whatever they're using, lidocaine. Right. I was definitely giving too much, and I told the dentist, I said, "Go light." Well, I do this all the time. I said, "Look, I'm very sensitive," and again, it could have been an off mixture. Because when they asked how many vials, the EMTs came in and they asked, how many vials did you give him? And they lied. They said 2, and I think they gave me 4. So again, they were a little nervous about something. There's the same guy that passive aggressed me when I came in. Like, you sit down in a dentist chair and they start operating you, like a spy. Of course, if you have anything major done, they have a few weeks to get that all taken care of. Pay what they need to pay, and then put their person in. Yeah, Shabbat's going to start soon. So now we're using. So I'm going to put the olive oil pods to the side for a little bit. Hashem said we're going to use black candles for Shabbat now, but they have not stopped. We're going to up the ante. Boy, it's quiet. Nobody comes outside when it's cold, huh? Oh, they really cursed the ark, boy. So this is the reality. So if you look back at some of the arcs in the Ashkenazi world, some of the Torah arcs, the lions are just look so spastic. And I never got it until I tried to build these things. Like until I tried to build this set. The other one wasn't cursed as bad. And I'm like, because the wood, it was just horrible. So I was joining the last two pieces of wood together, gluing them together. So I'd have a double thick piece of wood, half aspen, half pine. So didn't line up perfectly, but I could have just trimmed it and made it straight, But I undid it, and then when I was pulling it up, the lamination cracked, which is not supposed to happen. It wasn't like heavy force or anything, but I just glued everything back together and cinched it all back down with the. But it was actually less straight the second time around, and I had to get going with it because the glue would dry. Right, so I'll just cut it later, make sure it's straight. But that's a big curse. This is like the last piece I need to do before I start painting the side panels and the front panels. That's actually the cross piece for the two front panels where the columns are going to go, the columns and the capital. I mean, Israel itself could be cursed. Israel could pay people to do that. I mean, Mossad and Israel, they've been out of control for decades, man. Now they're picking a fight with Syria, acting like it's normal. Well, what they're doing is they're trying to get the Islamists. We're trying to make them all peaceful. The whole world wants to be peaceful. So what do you think Israel's doing? It's trying to agitate them, trying to radicalize them. I agree, sir. And then if they do something, oh, now we get to destroy them. And then ISIS takes over. Freaking, you see, they're sick. They're like Trump speaking about Biden and the neocons. I mean, Netanyahu's a neocon. Of course, there's a neocon warmongers. So what we need to do is get everybody together, like I said, because now the remnants of Assad's army is talking about fighting, and they don't need to do that. They don't need to die. So we need to talk to them and say, just find your little section of the country and wait over here till we get forward of what's going on, and we'll see what we can do. Right. And that's really what should happen. They should all just kind of hunker down in their little section of the country until the international teams can come in and help negotiate some sort of future for all of them. And Trump's in the background. They're lucky they're doing it now. It's not going to happen on my watch. He didn't say that exact words, but that's his inference. That's his spirit. See how long I've been on there? 15 minutes. What time is it now? Yeah, I got about 10 minutes. Then I got to go inside and get everything ready. It's going to warm up here in a little bit, but this is one of the cold days. So the other thing you got to do is clean up the credit issues, and then everything should be well enough. That's the thing that's left over from like, I think it's even left over from Trump's at the end of Trump's administration. People just kind of strung it along with credit cards and things like that and loans. So again, a lot of the billionaires, they think, now that they got the government, it's as simple as everybody getting angry at them, and then they just put the army out there, or all the federal officers. It's not simple, believe me. We don't need it. And that's why they weren't in government. Again, yes, there's a lot of people that have abused government funding and things like that, but no, you're all like law enforcement geeks. Is really what you all are. You just so off base. It's not even funny. There's requirements, and again, they think, well, we're not going to be able to be prosecuted because we own everything. But nah, there's checks and balances all the way through it, and the judges are only going to go so far. They've already shown. I don't know if you're watching. Again, you're in this transition mode. If you looked at a lot of the current judicial decisions, it doesn't allow it to go past a certain point, which is what I told you it was going to be. You can only change again. You can only enact laws so far, and then the judiciary shuts it down. Like this Oklahoma Bible thing. Obviously, it's going to be shut down. But what you can do is have religious education in an elective course. That's probably the best you can do, I think. But then again, you're going to have to do the state. You have to give access to the Satan church. But I don't know. Well, you could have denomination electives. Like I said, you have a Baptist course. You have and again, if somebody might just want to take, every quarter, one quarter they take the Baptist module 1, and then the next one they do Jewish module 1, then they do Hindu module 1, or they can do like Baptist module 1, Baptist module 2, Baptist module 3, Baptist module 4, like each quarter a different module. And you could even have like if there are like 3 people that take the same course, you could like say on Friday you have a group study, and you could sit around and discuss the subject matter. You do something like that, that's legal. But you have to, you're gonna have to provide access. And then you have to provide some non-religious courses. Like speaking Cherokee in 4 easy lessons. Although some would say that is religious. That'd be an idea too. Yeah, because they could actually, you could have all those different languages set into a video course. That would be something new, huh? I don't know if anybody has theirs in video. Reserve the Oklahoman native strata of languages. Well, I can hear them. Well, at least you got Bibles in some of these kids' hands. Well, yes, no, indifferent. The push away from religion started a long time ago. We decided the deep state from churches and from mosques and from temples and from gurdwaras. That's what happens. I mean, they're sexualizing. Go into religious society, spies come in, whether they be Weinstein spies or official government agents or official spies or whatever they are. They take the money and run. Even a normal bait operation that focuses on an individual, that will sexualize the individual. You're all not controlled people. I know you're projecting whatever sexuality you desire, all of you. So the first thing they do is try to change your sexuality. They don't like, because they know like putting somebody into illegal sexuality is it's a little more difficult, with witchcraft and spycraft. So they first try to alter. It might be somebody that, let's say they're online, they look at porn of white women, and that's it all day long. And they'll try to introduce black women or Latina. And once they get confident with that, then they'll try to make the person gay. And then eventually they'll try to make them a pedophile. So again, that's what's happening to those church people and those police officers to a certain degree. There's a blanket curse that you all need to learn how to heal and understand how to heal, because you really don't, all of you. Right. You really don't want them healed. I gotta heal these kids over here. I think they're from Florida, maybe. Like, if I didn't heal those kids, I'd get money. I would. That was actually an instruction that came through me while I was speaking. You really don't want them healed, so if I don't heal them, but then maybe they get molested or something like that. Right. Now I can tell. I looked at the Antifa operative, Bex, I guess her name is, or something, or BEKS. I don't know how you say it. I looked at their stuff enough. I kept, and the cops. It's the church people and the cops and conservatives. But a lot of times you're doing it to one another too. A form of taking the money and run. Oh, look, it's a Tesla. Yeah, even that's, they probably work here, right? I don't know if us poor people would afford a Tesla. Unless it's an older one, I don't know. Hey, look, a Range Rover. What, he got money? I mean, I guess you have a Range Rover with a lot of miles. It's not a terrible place to live. I mean, if you like golfing, golf course right across the street. I imagine if you got money, this isn't a horrible place, especially up here at the front instead of back there with the riffraff where I live. The deep state riffraff where I live. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. The sun's gonna go down soon. Actually, the time that I have is 18 minutes earlier than it needs to be, I think. So I do have time. I'm gonna burn the black candles tonight. Start that for Hashem. They're actually supposedly black cherry fragrance. You know what those initials are. So when I want to buy them, I said, "Oh, they're black cherry." Then Hashem, of course, in the back of my subconscious goes BC. They're like torturing me with information. Oh, don't you want to just let the planet up and forgive everyone? I've already forgiven you. I'm just doing what Hashem tells me. I got to do what I'm told. Not about me. It's about all of you. The credit card strata is getting a little tighter. Right. So it's already, so don't cap it. It'll get worse. They've definitely changed it where it used to be every so many years. Yeah, it wasn't that like 2 years you can get a credit card and get the bonus. Now they're like 4 years and stuff like that. So they have tightened up on like credit card bonuses. But what they'll do is if I imagine if the economy starts chugging along and interest rates come down and we fix the credit crunch, they'll start making new credit cards. So with bonuses. They did that a couple times. Then because what they do is it's the same, essentially the same credit card, but they switch it to another name. So now you can apply for the new one. I never knew American Express. See, they mess with my stuff. So like I may maybe never have had to actually cancel a credit card, but they like trigger me to cancel it so I can get a new card because it wasn't working until I canceled the credit card. I think it was them. Like, they like to have the older cards, but they were trying to destroy my credit and get me to cancel my older cards that I wasn't using. They also used to cancel those cards, so somebody was manipulating the whole thing, like for no reason. You didn't use it, cancel. So I'm in like a holding pattern. I already got a thing from some credit card in Las Vegas, but it didn't have a 0% interest rate attached, and the points. I mean, it was a good card. It was a great card actually, but it just didn't fit what I do because I have a card that gives me 3% for gas, 3% for food. If I'm not mistaken. That's pretty good. It's kind of my biggest expenses. And then you get 5% on Amazon. So that's about, about as good as it's probably going to get. Discovers aren't bad. Discover cards aren't bad because they give you 1% and then five. Like right now, it's Christmas and they give you like 5% on Amazon and I think Target. I think that's what it is, Amazon and something. So it's real nice, you get 5%. You actually get, but the first year of your card, you get an additional 5% at the end of the year. I think is how it works. So you get 10%. So you get a nice chunk of change. But I just kind of backed off all that. I just trying to got a holding pattern. Just kind of focus on buying from Amazon and getting the 5%. If I don't take it up too high, I can pay it off and all that. So it was great when PayPal used to have. It wasn't on your credit report, so you could all my balances used to be on PayPal. And they got a lot of business from me from it. You could get some 0%, 12-month every so often. Yeah, there's like no reason for me to be out if you really think about my life. I'm like in everything. Well, I actually help you when I'm in PayPal and I'm speaking you up, then you go up. But then you all got dirty, and guess what happened? Everything went down. Now you all got great lives still. But again, the afterlife is kind of important also. Yeah, Trump's getting close to that. So maybe that's what okay, I got an AHA. I think it was 515 AHA. It's a license plate. AHA is an ammo dump or something, right? It's a military ammo facility. I think it's called an AHA. Used to be, at least. I don't remember what it stands for. And I'm going to go in a second here. But the number is 5152. 5152, aha. 1 is usually Hashem or something like that. One, God is one. And then 5 is usually, I hear you 5 by 5, so you heard it right kind of thing. And then 5.2 means spit on. So the military ammo facilities, storage facilities, munitions storage facilities, I imagine are spit on. They need to be healed. Yeah, healed. Right. All right. So I don't know. I have to look that up later. I got to look up AHA online. AHA. Boy, it's getting real chilly now. It's funny how warm, like in the winter, everybody wants the sun. Oh, wow, it feels great. As it goes down, it gets frigid. But I got to go prepare for Shabbat here. Stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do.